Ella was no ordinary princess. She had a heart as sweet as sugar, and her smile could light up the darkest night. Her long, flowing golden hair shimmered in the sunlight, and her eyes sparkled like the clearest ocean. Ella lived in the grand crystal castle, which sat high atop the tallest hill in the kingdom, surrounded by lush gardens filled with every kind of flower imaginable. Despite the beauty of her kingdom, Ella often dreamed of adventures beyond the castle walls. She had heard tales of a distant, mystical place called Candyland, where everything was made of candy, gumdrop trees, chocolate rivers, and cotton candy clouds. No one in her kingdom had ever visited Candyland, but the stories of this magical land had been passed down from generation to generation. One warm, sunny morning, as Ella was sitting by the window of her room, a gentle breeze carried with it the sweet smell of sugar and chocolate. The air felt different, almost magical. She hurried to her balcony and saw a peculiar sight. A tiny creature, no bigger than a sugar cube, was fluttering towards her. It was a candy fairy, with wings made of sugar sprinkles and a gown that sparkled like candy wrappers. "Princess Ella," the candy fairy called, her voice sweet and musical, "I have come from Candyland to invite you on a grand adventure. Our land is in need of a kind-hearted princess like you." Ella's heart raced with excitement. "Candyland? You mean it's real?" "Indeed it is," replied the fairy, her wings glimmering in the sunlight. "But our world is in trouble. The Candy Queen, who rules over Candyland, has lost her magical candy crown, and without it, our world is slowly losing its sweetness. Only someone pure of heart, like you, can help us find it." Without a second thought, Ella knew she had to help. She quickly packed a small bag with a few essentials, including her favorite book and a tiny piece of a golden mirror, a gift from her mother. She bid farewell to her family and the castle, promising to return soon, and followed the candy fairy out of the kingdom. As they flew over the rolling hills and sparkling rivers of her kingdom, Ella could feel the excitement building in her chest. Soon, they approached the edge of the horizon, where a rainbow-colored archway appeared. The candy fairy waved her wand, and the archway opened like a magical door, revealing a land beyond Ella's wildest dreams. They stepped through the archway, and before Ella's eyes was Candyland. The air was filled with the scent of vanilla, caramel, and chocolate, and the ground beneath her feet was soft like marshmallows. Everywhere she looked, there were candy canes sprouting from the ground, licorice vines hanging from trees, and gingerbread houses lined with gumdrops. "Welcome to Candyland," said the candy fairy with a twirl. "Isn't it wonderful?" Ella's eyes widened in awe. "It's even more beautiful than I imagined." As they walked through the candy fields, Ella saw candy creatures of all kinds. There were jelly bean bunnies hopping through the meadows, chocolate birds chirping in the candy cane trees, and marshmallow sheep grazing in the fields of sugar grass. Everything seemed perfect, but there was a subtle sadness in the air. Without the Candy Queen's crown, the sweetness of Candyland was slowly fading. "We must hurry to the Candy Castle," the fairy urged. "The Queen will be waiting for you." They continued their journey through the candy forest, where the trees were made of lollipops and their leaves of cotton candy. The path ahead was lined with gumdrops that sparkled like diamonds in the sunlight. As they approached the castle, which stood tall and majestic like a towering cake, Ella couldn't help but gasp. The castle was made entirely of chocolate, with frosting on its walls and peppermint towers reaching towards the sky. The Candy Queen stood at the entrance, her gown shimmering with every candy imaginable: gumdrops, licorice ribbons, and sugar pearls. Her once bright and colorful appearance seemed dull, and her face was lined with worry. When she saw Ella, her expression softened. "Princess Ella," the Candy Queen said, her voice gentle yet filled with hope, "thank you for coming. I knew the Candy Fairy would find you." Ella bowed politely. "I'm honored to be here, Your Majesty. How can I help you find your crown?" The Candy Queen explained that her magical crown had been stolen by a mischievous candy troll who lived in the Sour Mountain, a place on the outskirts of Candyland. The troll was known for his trickery and sour attitude, and he had hidden the crown deep within the mountain, protected by puzzles and traps. "You are the only one who can retrieve it," the Candy Queen said. "But be warned, the journey to Sour Mountain is dangerous, and the troll will do everything he can to stop you." Ella nodded bravely. "I'll do whatever it takes to bring back your crown and save Candyland." The Candy Fairy accompanied Ella on her journey to Sour Mountain. Along the way, they faced many challenges. First, they had to cross the Licorice River, a winding stream of thick, black licorice that was sticky and difficult to navigate. Using her quick thinking, Ella crafted a raft from giant candy canes, and they floated across the river safely. Next, they came to the Gumdrop Swamp, where sticky gumdrops threatened to trap them with every step. But Ella remembered the piece of the golden mirror she had packed and used it. Realized that the safe steps were the ones that matched the colors of the rainbow. Step by step, she carefully crossed the bridge, her heart pounding with each move, until she finally reached the other side. The third and final puzzle was the trickiest of all. The candy troll had hidden the crown inside a mountain of jelly beans, and Ella had to guess which one held the crown. There were thousands of jelly beans in front of her, and it seemed impossible to choose the right one. But Ella trusted her heart. She closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and reached into the pile. Her hand brushed against something smooth and solid. When she opened her eyes, she was holding the Candy Queen's crown, its jewels sparkling like sugar crystals. "No!" the troll cried in disbelief. "How did you find it?" Ella smiled. "Sometimes, the sweetest things are found when you trust yourself." The troll, though frustrated, could not deny her victory. "You've bested me, little princess. The crown is yours." With the crown in hand, Ella and the Candy Fairy made their way back to the Candy Castle. The moment they returned the crown to the Candy Queen, a brilliant light filled the room. The colors of Candyland grew brighter, the air sweeter, and the sadness that had lingered vanished completely. The Candy Queen, her crown back in its rightful place, beamed with gratitude. "Princess Ella, you have saved our world. Candyland will forever be in your debt." Ella smiled, feeling proud and happy. "I'm just glad I could help." The Candy Queen invited Ella to stay and celebrate, and they threw a grand feast with candy treats of every kind, chocolate fountains, caramel apples, and cotton candy towers. The candy creatures danced and sang in joy, and Ella felt more at home in Candyland than she ever imagined. As the sun set and the candy stars began to twinkle in the sky, the Candy Fairy flew over to Ella. "It's time to return home, Princess. Your family will be waiting for you." Ella nodded, knowing her adventure had come to an end. But as she flew back to her kingdom, her heart was filled with the sweet memories of Candyland. She knew that she would always carry a piece of that magical world with her, wherever she went. And so, little Barbie Princess Ella returned to her crystal castle, knowing that the sweetest adventures are the ones that come from the heart. The end.